Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Alexis Perry, and here I'm with Davis Ginn, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. And he is a musician. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a senior here at Wando. I've been playing the trumpet now for 7 years, and a little bit of ukulele and piano on the side, but that's my main thing, and I love playing all sorts of different styles and doing some writing as well. And
Okay.
starting just the beginning of last year, there's some kids over at SOA that had formed their own group, and were about to make their first album and they called themselves Fusion Jonez, and they wanted to add like an extra funk level, if that makes sense,
Right.
like a little edge on top that would help round out their sound of like having two saxophones, a bass, a synthesizer, guitar, and drums. So
Okay.
to add on to that, having trumpet on top, like getting like some high hits, it would really
Right.
they wanted that to round out their sound. So I've joined them since then, and it's been one of the best musical experiences of my life. And they've become some of my best friends, even though I'd never even met them before last year.
Yeah.
So we've actually released another album since I joined, and I've written a couple of the ones on there. And you can actually find our stuff on Spotify, and we've just been performing all around the Charleston area. And our very first performance actually outside of the Charleston area is tonight. Actually, we're going to
Oh,
Columbia.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, we're going to the 5 Points, the White Mule inside of 5 Points.
Okay, and
So-
wait, what is that?
Oh, it's like a section of Columbia. It's like a really popular like place
Right.
where a lot of students go.
Okay.
And so it's like a bar place called the White
Mhm.
Mule, and there will be apparently like there's gonna be a few hundred people there.
Wow. Is it an
Um,
event, or are you the event?
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
it'll be our first time out of the Charleston area, and so if people like us, we might even be able to go to other cities or maybe even out of the state or something.
So y'all have been together for how long? And you've had 2 albums?
Oh, well, I joined beginning of last year, so I've been part of
Right.
it for a year and a half, and they formed it a half a year before that.
Okay,
So
so
2 years total. Yeah.
2 years to out, like a real, I mean, it is a real band. I was going to say like a real band, but like a professional, they don't have to worry about school kind of band.
A couple of us
Which is incredible.
are either in college or out of college.
Okay.
And then 3 of us are still in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Me being one of them. But it's interesting because some of us are either like at USC for college or in North Carolina, or one of us is in Florida. But like we all still come together for these
Really?
different gigs and rehearsals, and still just like well, we named ourselves the name we came up with, Fusion Jonez. It was we actually didn't come up with it. So
Okay.
what happened is we were playing a gig one time, and we didn't have a name for ourselves, and so we said to everybody out in the crowd, it was the Southside 17 restaurant. We said, all right, everybody, we want you to grab a napkin and write a name on there and see what you think we should be. We put it in a little jar and pulled our first one out, and it was Fusion Jonez with a Z at the end. And so we went with that, and we've kind of like evolved our sound since then a good bit, since we chose that name.
Mhm.
And it also has kind of evolved into that name as well.
Yeah.
Because like every single song that we do, we try to write together. It's like a fusion of all of our ideas together.
Okay.
And so there's not a song on like either of our albums that it was just written by one person. We all like come together, like somebody might come up with like a melody, and then we'll all
Right.
just like change the rhythm, change the harmony, change the structure, change like
Okay.
everything about it, and make something greater than it was.
Right,
Than
'cause-
just the sum of the parts. It's
Yeah.
like a epic fusion.
Yeah, I
So
love
it's-
that. I mean, I write, but I usually write alone. So like, but I have written with people, and so it's always better when you have like other people's ideas, especially because y'all have worked together for so long that like you kind of understand each other's writing, I assume.
Yeah, we do.
And
yeah.
so it's probably, I mean, you said that it's out on Spotify and...
Oh yeah, you can find
What?
us on Spotify. We have our own website.
Word.
It's diffusionjones.com. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. So yeah,
So if I wanted to play a clip of it for the podcast, I could.
sure, yeah.
All right, could you pull it up? I don't have Spotify.
I don't either. Actually.
Oh!
But yeah.
I don't know. I just use SoundCloud because I'm the worst.
Yeah, I usually go with YouTube, but we don't have anything on YouTube yet. I
Y'all could
really like
do-
the playlists and all.
Y'all
on
should
there.
start doing some music videos. Because I know there's a lot of people around Wando. If you don't want to go and pay anyone big bucks, there's a lot of people around Wando who would love to do music videos with y'all. I'm sure. Just because they love to make videos.
Yeah. Oh, actually, is it alright if I pull up my email on your computer? Because I think because Walker sent us he's the leader of our band. He's our guitarist. He sent us from our last album. He sent us the all of the clips, and so it's on my email.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So these are all of the songs from our last album. It was like it was a live album that we did with 13 originals and 2 covers.
Okay.
And so I guess the one I think this is probably our most popular single, "Dazed on Sullivan's." This is one I wrote the melody for, and I changed the name so it wouldn't be just Sullivan's Island. We based it off of like Sullivan's Island, but with a soul in there, SOUL.
Okay.
And so
Smart.
it's probably like it's a mixture of like to think about like a day on the beach, you know, like you're out, like it's sunny out, you're just enjoying time with your family and your friends and all, and like you're just laying out in the sun, you know, like you're dazed on Sullivan's Island, right? So that's a part of the song. It's got a very like soulful vibe to it, but then there's also like some parts that have a lot more energy in them, and they like pick up, and so that's like, you know, just running around, being with your friends, playing bocce ball or frisbee, or going in the water. You know, there's all sorts of great things you can enjoy out there.
Which is like pretty conceptual in a lot of ways. For you to think of the music like as a story.
Yeah,
even
I
not
love
lyrically.
Doing that. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do for it, and so yeah, hope you enjoy for it. Bye.
I love that guitar. Are you kidding?
Yeah, so good.
Oh. And I love the ambience of it.
And I actually wrote the melody for this, thinking of the Reading Rainbow song.
Oh, really?
Where it's like, well, you'll hear it the next time it comes in. It's like there's an interval that I really like from the Reading Rainbow intro thing.
A lot of music is just. This is something my guitar teacher said. He was like, a lot of music is just stealing, but then making it original.
Yeah, and making it original. Yeah.
Because it's not stealing, or you'll get sued.
Yeah.
And is it just instrumental on most of your songs, or some
yeah, there's like one cover we did where our keyboardist like sang what's it called again?
I'm only gonna turn it down for you to talk a little bit.
Just the Two of Us. It's by it's a really good funk singer. That he like takes it down for. Oh, it's called Just the Two of Us. Bill Withers, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he sings that. But other than that, yeah, it's just kind of our instrumental stuff.
Yeah. Which I mean, but like when it's funk like this, you don't need vocals because it is the story, which I love.
We try to.
Even though I'm a vocalist, so like I'm always like, let me sing over everything. But I love listening to stuff like this. How long is it?
It's about 6 or 7 minutes, but I think you get the idea. So
yeah.
There's one of our favorites. You know.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm just gonna bring the this back up just so that I can see it. Not that I really need it. Oh my god, it's been 10 minutes already.
Oh.
No, that's not bad. I was just, it's going by fast, which is a good thing. But so you do some covers, but it's mostly originals because you got a whole album just from this year. When did that come out?
Oh, well, the new one with the 13 originals on it. It's called Around Town with Fusion Jones, and that came out 3 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the one before that, that we finished up right as I was joining the band. That was called Sleight of Hand.
Okay.
So yeah.
Catchy title. I like those. I'm terrible at naming things. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, it took us a while, honestly. Like we were like
Mm-hmm.
we just kept throwing around ideas. We were like, no, it maybe it's and then
Because, like, you have to be happy with it for a
yeah,
while.
we all wanted to be like on board and happy with it,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's very interesting. Like when I joined, this is my first time joining a band outside of like the marching
Right.
band or symphonic band or things like that, and I gotta say it's I'm glad it doesn't happen like exactly how you see like thinking of people like the Beatles or Rush or Led Zeppelin, like how sometimes
Mm-hmm.
they had like dynamics in the band, like creative differences and things like
Right.
that. It just feels like so much easier to work out in real life than it seems in the stories, because like we've just become such great friends so quickly, and I don't feel like we ever run into that. Like if we ever have
Yeah.
creative differences, we just try everything and do everything, and it just like
Which is the only way to be.
um,
Good.
yeah, and so it's been awesome. We all get along really well with each other, and we've grown like almost into a little like family group in this past year and a half, which is I did not expect that at all.
Yeah.
I had never met any of them, so
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's like the best case scenario.
Mhm.
You said, did you say one of them's in Florida? Like, how often do y'all get together then?
Well, we usually do over the summer. We're not planning to do too many gigs, but the ones we're doing, we're gonna do like big ones. So like we
Yeah.
plan ahead, like talking with like some managers of different festivals or restaurants, and we just like say it out a few months ahead of time and just like see what's going to be the one that we have like about 12 members of us total, but we usually
Okay.
perform with 8 of us. So it's okay if we switch out a couple of people. We like to perform with 2 horns. We have a 1 bass sax player, a tenor sax, alto sax, and me. And so
Okay.
if 2 of us out of the 4 can perform, then we'll be good for a show.
Okay.
Unless it's like a really big one, we want like 3 or 4 of us.
Yeah.
And then we have 3. We've kind of cycled between our 3 bassists that we have, like bass players, and so we can just kind of like whenever works for them, they just do whichever ones work best for their timing. And again with the fusion thing, we just like come in and out together, I guess.
I love that. That makes it really helpful to gig if you can. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a smart way to plan it. I didn't realize there was 12 people. That's so many. But if y'all make something incredible, so it's cool.
Thank you.
And I had a question and then I got lost in my head. But so do you plan on doing this, like, where do you plan to go from this? Do you want to do music in the future, or do you just want to just what's the plan?
Well, I don't exactly have I guess a plan, but I'm thinking of like all the like I have a lot of dreams and
Right.
things I'm passionate about, and I've noticed that about 85% of those dreams have to do with music. And there's a lot of different avenues that music can take, and there's some avenues even outside of music I could love to take, like being like a missionary or being an
Okay.
inventor or a marine biologist. But in terms of music, some of the dreams I've had are either performing with my trumpet, writing music, doing music therapy,
Okay.
or
Interesting.
specifically, probably one of the biggest dreams would be to be a video game both music director and creative director. So I could write the
yeah.
stories and write the music and perform the music. And so that would be one of the biggest things for me, because I love video games. I love the
Yeah.
storytelling. I love the fact that you can be the one moving the
Yeah.
story forward and not just like seeing it happen, but you can do it in your own style, at your
Right.
own in your own way. And so that's probably one. But I'll always want to do things like this,
Yeah.
along the way. And I think that's the beauty of being a musician. There's so many different things you can do. Like some of the professionals we have at our school, like Mr. Spalding. He's a trombone teacher.
Okay.
He's both in the CJO. He's a teacher for the trombone kids here. So he's in the Charleston Jazz Orchestra and that. And he also has his own vocal like barbershop quartet group that
Okay.
he goes with, and he has like a side like day job at a restaurant. Like he does like
yeah.
all these different things, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the beauty of being a musician. Like you can sometimes just like do those. You can
Yeah.
cycle in and out, and so I'm just excited to try to just have as many adventures as I can on and all of that, and along the way just try to spread some positivity and happiness while I'm at it.
That is, I think, the best mindset I've ever heard. And I might have to, no, but seriously, I'm not trying to flatter you. Like, I might have to take that into my own thing, because I'm like, how do I make, I'm very specific. I'm like, I want to do this. I want to go perform, and that's it. But, like, you talking about the video game music, oh my God, some of the, like, I don't know. For example, Legend of Zelda has some of the best music I've ever heard.
Love Legend of Zelda. Yeah.
Like, I haven't played it because I'm the worst. But
I could let you borrow something. Seriously,
Oh,
if you ever want to, I've got it like.
don't make that promise to me because I will. Because, I mean, I used to play a lot of video games growing up, and then I kind of got busy and stopped, and now I've started again, and I've, but I stay busy. Even though it's fun, it's just when I start playing, I don't stop. It's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has some of the best music I've heard. The scores of, like, some of these video games are just beautiful. So doing that music would be so cool. But,
Yeah.
And I think that's where I'm going to end it. Thank you for talking to me. I know it's kind of an abrupt end, but...
Well, thank you for having me on, Alexis.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no
it.
problem.
Yeah.
So, for y'all watching, I hope you enjoyed it. And go check out the rest of the tribaltribune.org.